Kiba dakhe nane tai chan ba me gadadara Nikate adaita srinim Vasa satradara Nikate adaita srinim Vasa satradara Kibabasi asen gaurachar Ratna singhasane Kibabasi asen gaurachar Ratna singhasane आरती करना ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गाने आरती करना आरती करना ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गाने आरती करना किबा नरा हरे आदे करे चामार दुला Kiba nara hare ade kare chamara dolaya Sanjaya Mukunda Baso Gosaya Degan Sanjaya Ar Sanjaya Mukunda Baso Gosaya Degan शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताल शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे किबा शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताल বাজে মধুরা মৃদঙ্গ বাজে রসাল আর মধুরা মৃদঙ্গ বাজে রসাল মাদুর 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 বাজে মাদুর 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 বাজে মাদুর শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে মাদুর 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 বাজে শঙ্খ শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে মাদুর 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 বাজে মাদুর 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 বাজে মাদুর 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 বাজে হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল গোরা হরি বল নিতাই গোরা হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল গোরা হরি বল বহু কোতে চন্দ্র জেনে বদনায় জালা কিবা বহু কোতে চন্দ্র জিনে বদনায় জালা কোতে চন্দ্র বদনায় গাল দেশে বনমালা করে জলমালা গল দেশে বনমালা গল দেশে বনমালা করে জলমালা দে কিবা শিবা সুকানারদ প্রেমে গদাদার কিবা শিব সুকানা রাধা প্রেমে গদাদার বকতে বিনোদা দেখে গৌরার সম্পদা আর বকতে বিনোদ দেখে গৌরার সম্পদা জয় শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শ্রীবাসাদে গৌর ভক্ত বৃন্দ শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শ্রীবাসাদে জয় শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শ্রীবাসাদে গৌর ভক্ত বৃন্দ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा বলো বলো। হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে। হরে রাম হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। निताय गौरांग 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 गौर हरे निताय गौरांग गौर हरे गौरा 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 हरे गौरा 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 हरे जय सच्चिदानंद गौरा हरे जय सच्चिदानंद गौरा हरे जय सच्चिदानंद जय सच्चिदानंद जय सच्चिदानंद जय सच्चिदानंद जय सच्चिदानंद गौरा हरे जय सच्चिदानंद गौरा हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे राम राम राम
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Hari Bol Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Jaya Radha Madhav
Radha Madhav Jaya Radha Madhav
Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jagannath Jagannath Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Gaura Premanande Jayong Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajagacharya Stotra Shata Sri Srimad Krishna Kripa Srimati Shilavai Charanar Vrinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON BBT Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Nityalila Pravista Jayong Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajagacharya Stotra Shata Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki ब्रह्म मध्य गौरिया संप्रदाय आचार्य वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरी श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री रूप श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ गोस्वामी प्रभु की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री श्री मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की द्वारका धाम की गंगामय की यमुनामय की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी महारानी की श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की कलिजुग जगधर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की समवेत भक्तवृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Tasvara Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Prabhupada ki. His Holiness Vedavyas Priya Swami Maharaj ki. His Holiness Vedavyas Priya Swami Maharaj ki. His Holiness Vedavyas Priya Swami Maharaj welcome ki. Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari Bo. Hari Bo.
Namaste Narasingaya Praladhaladataine Praladhaladataine Hiranyakashipo Vakshaha Hiranyakashipo Vakshaha Asilatanka Nakalaye Asilatanka Nakalaye Ito Nishingho Parato Nisimho Ito Nishingho Parato Nishingho Yato Yato Yamita To Nisimho Oh Yato Yato Yamita To Nisimho Bahe Nisingho, Ridhaye Nisimho. Bahe Nisingho, Ridhaye Nisimho. Nara Singhamadim Saranam Prapaje. Noro Singhamadim Saranam Prapaje Chavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipo Tanu Bringam Keshavadrito Norohari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Avakara Kamalavare Nakamadbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipo Janabringam Keshavadrito Norohari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Kashingam Dalita Hiranyakashipo Tanu Bringam Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nishingadev 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 Jaya Nishingadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Bhaktivinoda Sri Nishingadev ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Go Premanande.
That works or not? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. So welcome everyone to Unique Kulinagram Dham, Baltimore, the abode of Lord Nitai Gaur Sundar, Jagannath Subramanian, and the most beautiful Shri Radha Madhav. First, I'd like to thank you, the all pujaris who dressed the deities so beautifully. Let's have a loud Haribol for them, please. Also, we have a nice carpet here, so if devotees can move forward so others can come inside, it'll be nice to have. Please all move forward, that'll be nice. Today, Sidsuru Prabhu and Panchtattva Prabhu has been cooking, so it'll be wonderful, wonderful prasadam. So thank you so much for them for wonderful cooking prasadam. Haribol. We have two sponsors. One is Dinesh Agrawal Prabhu for his father's Punyatithi sponsoring. Is he here, Dinesh Agrawal Prabhu? He's not here, so what we do is we face the deities and pray Hare Krishna mantra 3 times for the departed soul. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Also, we have Rattak Prabhu who sponsored for his departed father. So, is any family member here for them? No, so we just chant 3 times again and pray for the departed soul. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Upcoming program next week on Saturday, we'll be celebrating the Dashara, which is burning of Ravan. So if you haven't seen, it's a very beautiful ceremony where it tells us victory of good over evil. And it's a beautiful ceremony. We'll have a small program here. Then we'll have burning of Ravan. So if you haven't seen it, please be there in the evening. It will start from 5 p.m. onwards. The program will be following that. And the week after, we have a beautiful program called Sharad Purnima Festival, which is starting of Kartik. And everybody's invited to come. Program will start 4 p.m. till 8 p.m. So please don't miss opportunity. So without taking too much time, today is a very special day. We are very blessed to have His Holiness Vedvyas Pira Maharaj. Vedvyas Maharaj ki jai. He said when a Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava comes to place, not even the person, but anybody surrounding gets purified. So today is a very special day that Maharaj came after, I think last year he came, and he blesses us always. Maharaj is we have a very close relationship, Maharaj, since the old temple. He's always been there. He's a guiding force for us, all of us, especially myself. Give us so much good values to how to construct the temple, also our sadhana. Yesterday we had a very nice program, Maharaj's blessings. For a short while, more than 45 years in Krishna consciousness, and he's spreading Krishna consciousness all around the world. First, he was here in US, but then following Prabhupada, he went into India in 90s, and then he became spiritual masters in 90s. And then he traveled all around, spreading Krishna's preaching. If you see West Virginia, how many have gone to West Virginia? So if you see the beautiful Srinath deities, Maharaj realized that it's a very big spiritual. So Madhavendra Puri installed in India, and he brought Srinathji here because the love for many devotees of Srinathji is beautiful. So Maharaj personally made sure that the deities are carved and everything, and came to West Virginia. And for a long, long time, more than 40 years, they've been installed there. So everything is there. There's a beautiful temple in Fiji. Tamal Krishna Maharaj desired to have a temple, but he couldn't fulfill that, desiring of his god brother. Maharaj made an amazing, amazing temple in Fiji. If you haven't been there, please go there. It's a very wonderful temple. Signatoba? Okay, wonderful. So thank you so much. Without taking too much time, His Holiness Vedyas Priya Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshulmilitan Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jata Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavauscha Sri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Shri Hari Priye Vancha Kalpaturupyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaham Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Sarasate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Without sacrificing, one cannot take shelter of Lord Shri Krishna. It is not conditional, but what does it sacrifice mean? Sacrifice means offering everything as a homage to Lord Shri Krishna for his pleasure. That is called a sacrifice. And bhakti without sacrifice doesn't bear any meaning. There is no one can perform bhakti without the sacrifice. So in whatever endeavor of surrendering to Krishna is there, it requires a very determined effort to put as a homage to particular exercise which is of a sacrificial nature. So, Krishna is asking Arjun to yat karoshi dasnashi yajjuhosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunte tad kurushva madarpanam. It's a wholesale sacrifice. Whatever you do, offer as homage to me. Whatever you eat, offer as a homage to me. Whatever austerities you are going to perform, offer to me. Whatever actual homage in the activity of sacrifice, that is called yajjuhoshi, that is also to be offered to him to perform a yajna, whatever it is. But the determination should be for the pleasure of Krishna. And dadasiyat, whatever you give in charity, it should be also offered for Krishna's pleasure. Nobody else's pleasure. And yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarparam. A voluntarily taking adversities upon one's body is also an act of sacrifice. So, to be austere, very, very confirmed in taking a vow of penance or any other austerity, one has to offer. So is there anything left that cannot be coming under these 5 different categories? Krishna is asking everything, doesn't leave anything, oh, you cannot do this for me. No. So it's a wholesale requirement in the act of sacrifice that Krishna wants his devotees to do. Yad karoshi yadashnashi yajjuhoshi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tad kurushva madarpanam. But Krishna is not that a heavy-duty demander. In 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, after killing Pralambasur, Krishna is telling, Dau Bhaiya, I'm so tired. I want to take a rest in your lap. So Dau Bhaiya takes him under a tree, and Krishna lays his head in the lap of Balaram. And then all of a sudden, Krishna looks up the tree and he starts glorifying the tree. Look, Dau Bhaiya, this tree is so benevolent. It is of such a great sacrificial opportunity he has, and he does perfectly. If human being can, follow in the footsteps of this tree, his life will be successful. Etanvan janma safalyam dehinam iha deshu pranai arthai dhiya vacha archanam dehinam sada. The dehina, the embodied soul. Dehino asmin yatha dehe kaumaram yovani. So we are dehina. So etanvan janma safalyam, for the human being, the success of their taking birth in this Homo sapiens species of life will be glorified only within this lifetime, within this material body, that they sacrifice their life for the pleasure of the Supreme. If not, they give their artha, hard-earned money as a sacrifice. If they are unable to do, then give their intelligence in service of Krishna to promote Krishna consciousness. Printing books, distributing books of Srila Prabhupada is a very intelligent act. Even though chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is also a very intelligent act. People do not understand how does it constitute the intelligence. But those who are intelligent, only they can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Those who are conspiring nature of the envious desires, they balk at it. They have a lot of reason not to chant. Starting, I want to chant, but my tongue get twisted in this 16-syllable mantra. Let me chant 8-syllable mantra. You can't replace this. I had a friend, and he was one of the first initiated in the Indian community in the New York area. And he happened to be a Gujarati anyway. But an IBM employee, he had a high collar, At that time, I'm talking of 1978 area. And he was a little over-intelligent. Prabhupada initiated in Mahamantra. But he was teaching Bhagavad Gita, so far so good, but all of a sudden he decided to change the Mahamantra because it is twisting his tongue. So he said, a shorter version, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, can suffice. Mantra, Mahamantra is all Krishna's name anyway. So he artificially tried to do. Even it's an offense, the third offense. So Krishna started withdrawing the potency in him. And soon he had a heart attack and left the body. This is a truth. And I was the first minister to take him into a funeral home and give the last sermon at that time. So, devotees, they should not become over smart. Rather, intelligence comes to from Lord Shri Krishna to supplement, because they are trying very hard, and Krishna provides that sufficient intelligence by which they can come to him. One cannot be over-intelligence to bypass the orders of spiritual master. But this is a fact. Material education comes in the way, and they commit advertently aparadha number 4, 5th and 6th category. 4th is to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. 5th is to give some mundane interpretation to Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Not interpretation, to think it as an imaginary. And 6th is to give some mundane interpretation to the holy name. Only such educated people can do. So I had a great lesson from that. All of us are coming from well-educated background, and yet we think we are doing far better in India than in India, but at the same time, Krishna consciousness was here, and we started thinking, oh, how come the religion is lingering behind us? We left India and came to United States. Did we have the first priority to follow the religion? No, never. We did not have any priority. But in early times, when the second generation started popping up, then some of the intelligentsia started worrying about. So wherever there is a community about 200, people who are well established in their job, doctors, and then they started investing money to purchase a plot and make a temple. They were like the trustees who are baking with the money, then raise the money to put up the edifice. So in almost every metropolitan area, a temple started popping up. It's a very pious activity, but hardly they worship Lord Krishna or Vishnu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They think we are familiar with this, but does it mean that familiarity is knowledgeability? No. So the idea is that we have to make our life perfect by serving Lord Shri Krishna. Because he is asking, If we cannot surrender wholeheartedly, we can do all those activities as an offering to Him. Tat kurushva madarpanam. And if we do not offer, then there is no success. So, Srila Prabhupada and his purports in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam really paved the way for intelligent, to study scrutinizingly and put up the healthy practice so they can uplift their slumbering materialistic life on the anvil of verification of what are they doing. So in this way, ISKCON centers also started popping up. Prabhupada wanted, but most of the metropolitan temples in ISKCON grew up. Many times, the foundation for future temples around the world also been, carved out, because Prabhupada's personality was very much attractive as a very genuine, sober saint. So this happened in 1976 when Prabhupada opened up the Radha Parisheshwar temple in Paris. And at that time, he initiated one Thai lady from Thailand. And the lady has her boss also visiting. And he was very much impressed by Srila Prabhupada. So he invited Srila Prabhupada to come to Thailand and start a temple. Prabhupada sent Yogeshwar Prabhu, my senior godbrother from New York. We had nice Sankirtan team. I used to go for some special, treatment. We went to a state prison in Trenton, New Jersey, to supply them luglus. Luglu was a sweet. It's a Bengali. It's made from dates, nuts, bundis, and made like laddu or a square. But it is very tasty. And it can stay for quite long, for months even. ये बनाता है? It's a special thing. So somehow or another, we took 4 trays, big trays, and went to Trenton prison, central prison. And somehow or another, devotees did not know. They are taken by surprise. So the superintendent of the jail said, please leave your things here. We'll scrutinize. It will go for the testing in the lab and so forth and so on. And we thought, oh my God, we'll have to leave the trays and the luglus also. Without that, they will not approve. And it is not, a matter of 1 or 2 days to get. They will take the whole week. So Yogeshwar, I drove Yogeshwar, and we had to come blank-faced. Later on, we found out that they enjoy ladlu like anything. But it was a distant result for us. So Yogeshwar and myself, we were engaged in Harikatha on Indian style. He will go on harmonium and he'll chant Hare Krishna, and then I'll play tabla with him. But then intermittently we stop and start telling a story, and then again, at every interval we have to do. So it's like a singing and doing the katha. And people liked it. So this Yogeshwar Prabhu was, he was married to Jyotirmayi. She was a French old timer. She was very much pioneer in making the Gurukul in New York area. So Yogeshwar went with pant and shirt, to Thailand because Prabhupada sent him. The person came to receive him, and he was taken by surprise, and he did not like. He said, how come you are from India and taking this religion, and monks are changing their dress anytime they want to? Our monks are not doing. They wear saffron right from the childhood, and then they will keep for lifelong. They never change. The Thailand is respecting their monks like anything. Even though the state religion is Buddhism, which is atheism, we know it, but yet the cultural bent towards respecting. And if you go, there are special treatment for the monks in a reception area of an airline, big. And they have special lanes open for them, easy pass. Sometimes I also took good advantage of the monkhood. But then they started distinguishing between Indian monk and Buddhist monk. So they write only Buddhist monk now on the airport. But regardless, the gentleman was surprised, so in a disbelief, to see Yogeshwar in a Karvi cloth, and he was so much discouraged that he didn't help for a temple to come up. Then so many devotees came. They are staying there, getting married with Thai ladies, and that's about it. They would not grow. And Indian diaspora, they were never been touched amongst this. So somehow or another, for 25 years, we were there, yet we cannot preach the Indian diaspora. So somehow or another, Krishna made them realize something from a very falsified ISKCON person, falsified. He was making money for himself. So they were sick and tired of him. And they know ISKCON structure is something else, and here there are devotees. So they invited us to look into a possibility of a temple. So what I remember that after 25 years of struggle, ISKCON is not getting manifested because so many vested interests were there. So somehow we have started an education program, and people started responding. And we have undertaken a monumental task to, have a beautiful temple. Now, this beautiful temple is in shape of Hawa Mahal on 3 sides, and temple is in between. So, you will imagine what is the kind of real estate there. real estate in Bangkok, a CBD area, that is Central Business District area, is having such a skyrocketing price. For half an acre of the property, they are asking for $1.8 million. Mother Malti got 56 acres outside of Columbus and $500,000. And we are struggling there for half an acre for $1.8 million. What a difference is there. And what to speak of construction. But if this is an expensive challenge and Srila Prabhupada's desire is still unfulfilled, so somehow or another we are invited by them, so why not to shoot a rhinoceros rather than shoot a little deer? All right? Prabhupada is always chasing rhinoceros with the Swami. You saw the book? But that was Srila Prabhupada's inspiration. And if we have to shoot high. A rhinoceros is very difficult to chase. He will outchase you and kill you even, but he will never be defeated. How many of you have seen rhinoceros? Even in National Geographic? It is very formidable animal, very, very difficult. So, here we are also chasing rhinoceros. Inspiration comes from Srila Prabhupada to fulfill his desire. So we have undertaken. Because we were invited, we thought we are in fix to carry on this project. So, if such a challenge is for us, devotees have nothing to do, they can take up the challenge. Because who is the doer? We are not the doers. We are supposed to be instrument in the hands of Lord Shri Krishna. Right? And devotional service means act of sacrifice. So, if we are, ordained to do this kind of sacrifice, do we have any argument to retreat? No. So that's why we started touring to our known place as well as acquaintances who may support us. Generally, the disciples as well as good friends, they are inviting, say, Maharaj, come and project it. So here we are ending up in Baltimore. Neelamada Prabhu was extending invitation. Otherwise, I come, but this is for the first time in all these years coming for a project. And I'm not suspicious of any impossibilities. Because the way I got the pledges and the response throughout Australia, New Zealand, and United States, yes, it's all positive. And with the positive attitude, if we go with the confidence in the Indian diaspora there, they will have to come up. We know there are so many obstacles because they are, Biharis and UP walas, We were told they do mafia business. They do hawala kand. If we please them, the Hawala money can come. We'll give them receipt. Generally, nobody wants receipt on Hawala account. But they are there. And there are gem dealers, and they never know how to do a big donation even. So we'll have to train them up. We don't like their skepticism of one or two people, doubtful all the time, because they have not done any kind of sacrifice. But we have to push them, cajole them, convince them, and they are now negotiating for that land. We are here, but we haven't trusted them. Businessmen of India in foreign land, they are more conjuice than anywhere else. Am I right or wrong? The business people in USA came from India. They are more conjuice than the business people in India. Cross your fingers. So, Asitaradhya Prabhu wants to project this. He is a retired CPA and now a global duty officer in finances.
Hare Krishna.
Let me hold. Or you can fix up for him.
That's okay.
I'll take this.
Hare Krishna. So thank you, Baltimore. Thank you, the devotees at Baltimore. And thank you especially His Grace Nil Madhava Prabhu for having us here today. Talking about one of the projects very ambitiously embarked upon by Srila Gurudev. His Grace Nila Madhava Prabhu mentioned about the Fijian temple. How many of you have been to Fiji or you are from Fiji? So Fiji is a beautiful country in the world, and if you want to see it on the Google map, it's practically impossible. It's just like a dot. Fijian group of islands, it's just like a dot. It's very small. So in that Fiji, there is a tourist place, tourist center, tourist resort town called Singatoka. And there Guru Maharaj has built up a very iconic temple. So the first, a small ashram in Vrindavan, where Radha Shyam Sundar deities are there, followed by a very iconic temple in Fiji, and now basically it has become a tourist spot. So the government of Fiji officially recommends in their tourist literature that if you are in Fiji, you go to Singatoka and you must have, you have to have a look at basically that temple. So whenever Guru Maharaj undertakes any project, he kind of practically puts his life into it. He gets so many people involved in doing the dioramas and temple designs and actually everything. And now this project. So apart from the Bangkok project, there are so many projects which are going on, which are, going to, just manifest. Like the disciples have bought the property in Albany. Something is definitely going to manifest. Some disciples are talking about doing something in north of Australia. Definitely it's going to manifest. Then, there is a land in Orlando where, his disciple is basically a temple president, and there is a plan, being just worked behind the curtains to build up a nice temple just like this one. So right now, he's involved in kind of, many projects, but the Bangkok is the limelight, and Bangkok is his heart and soul. And in this year, he has spent, surprisingly, just in 1 year, at one location, can you believe more than almost going to now 3 to 4 months, Guru Maharaj? Yeah, in actually the Bangkok. And the mission was to actually put this through, which before the COVID, we were trying to work with the Indian congregation to buy a small property, but we didn't have any foundation or the registered trust. So it actually could not happen. But now the story is different. We have got the registered trust. We have got kind of blessings from the GBC to basically go ahead. We have Indian community very enthused. And we have got the land in the prime location. There's actually one of the slides over here I can show you. It is right in the heart of Bangkok CBD, where the business people have got the offices, where closer to that, that area they've got the residences. And in Bangkok, the number one problem is what? What, like you can guess, what's the number one problem in Bangkok? Traffic, exactly. So you got to have a place where people can commute very easily, can come to the temple regularly, frequently. And there are many reasons why they don't go to our small center, which is managed by kind of Burmese and, the Nepalese community. So the Indians want to have their own domain, where they can go, worship the Lord, and they want basically, the kind of a temple that's going to appeal to them. So because they are the gems and jewelry merchants, right, with deep pockets, and they are 50% partner in this project, we have conceived, Maharaj has basically come up with an idea of Hawa Mahal. And as soon as they saw that, the Hawa Mahal is going to come up in actually Bangkok, then one of the persons really told me jokingly, now we don't have to go to Jaipur, isn't it? Because Hawa Mahal is here. So that's actually how much they like this. And we are going to put them onto the steering committee. They have promised the 50% support. We got to keep them basically enthused, motivate them. And I'm quite confident that I think as the time progresses, we'll have positive news, actually happening. The disciples have supported very well with the pledges. The well-wishers have supported very well with the pledges. Successful tour we had in Fiji, Australia, New Zealand, and now we are in basically the USA. USA, we came to, the LA first, from LA to Las Vegas, to Oklahoma City. I keep on forgetting. And from Oklahoma City to Austin, Houston, and from Austin to what? Chicago to Orlando to Raleigh, and Raleigh to actually Albany. So our last trip is basically remaining. So it's a 55 days tour.
He forgot Baltimore.
Baltimore. No, I said here, right? So anyway, it is going to be, it is actually going to be, a big trip here. And especially, one of the missions is to, meet the well-wishers. Maharaj wants to meet the disciples, put this appeal through. The response has been very good. And we are now here at.
And the important part is that I'm collecting only the pledges, not the money.
Yeah, you don't have to write the checks today. If you have the money, please do write. There is no problem. But, the land is likely to be purchased in 4 to 6 months' time. So, you got a time. And yesterday in one of the home programs where at the home of Daksh Kanya Mataji, right? We had very, very nice response. His Grace Dharmapriya Prabhu is sitting over here, and his good wife, Haripriya Mataji, were the first to basically, register a pledge of 10 square meters, which is $10,000. So 1 square meter is going at $1,000 because this is quite expensive land. And we are doing only 50%. So they actually came up with a pledge of 10 square meters. 10 square meters, $10,000. Then Bhanuja Mataji and Dharmaraj Prabhu pledged 5 square meters, that is $5,000. And Daksh Kanya Mataji also basically pledged 5 square meters, $5,000. Now, living in America, for a number of years, right? Staying in the homes, and mortgages are almost 50-60% paid off. These kinds of amounts are not big, right? So, I mean, આપણે કહીએ ને ગુજરાતીમાં ટીપે ટીપે સરોવર ભરાય. Sorry about those, basically, who are not good Jews. So it takes every drop to actually fill up a big pond, right? So our appeal to you is please support this project. Now to talk about this project, it is in the heart of the CBD, closer to the people who are going to support. They like the project. It is in front of 108-year-old Vishnu temple. And anyone who actually, looked at the land, I was there personally, and I asked them the question, how many marks do you want to give to this project? And especially the land in this location. And they say 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, they just grab it. And this land is available at 60% at discount. So if the equivalent land is to be bought, right, with no restrictions, you would pay easily 150 million baht, right? 150 million baht would be easily 4.5 million US dollars. So it is 60% discounted, and we are going to pay only 1.8 million US dollars. So it's a real bargain. And out of that, we'll be paying 900,000 US dollars from our pocket, for which we are going around and collecting the pledges. So please, please, please support us. Some of the things over here could be, see this Hawa Mahal. That's the picture straight from Jaipur.
It's
And
the guest house, not the temple.
And that's how it's going to look, the three-dimensional one. So Hawa Mahal in Jaipur has got that facade just facing the main road. But this is covered basically on like the three sides, because we have around 70 guest rooms to look after the donors, the well-wishers, the tourists. Anyone who supports in excess of 3,000 the US dollars, your stay, your accommodation, your prasadam is taken care of at our Bangkok temple. So please keep that in mind. That's kind of a land we have, where the square area is only 700 square meters that we can build out of 2,250 square meters. And that's going to be the temple. And here in the long building, we have the restaurants and the devotee accommodation and just things like that. And these are some of the facades. So the team of architects from the Vrindavan and from Mayapur. In Mayapur we have my god brother Sri Radha Vallabh Prabhu, and he is into the construction of, he is very much into the the construction of temples apart from TOVP. He's a part of a TOVP team as an architect and leading the team there. But apart from that, he has contributed immensely to the construction of temple in Ekachakra, if you have just visited near Mayapur, Nityananda Prabhu's birthplace. So that was a temple designed by me. He is a part of this architect team. So behind the team, behind the curtain, a lot of disciples have actually worked very well to actually come up with this project. It is embraced very well by the local community. You got, very encouraging, feedback and the response from the devotees in Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, and in United States so far, and here we are in Baltimore. So our meter in Baltimore is 20 square meters with the help of Dharmaraj Prabhu, Dharma Priya Prabhu, Banuja Mataji, and Dakshkanya Mataji. We are at 20 square meters, and we have a target of around 40 to 50 square meters. So how can you help us? So please let us know if you want to be the part of the project. We are, just collecting the pledges at this stage. No cash, no check. If you want to give, that's fine. Again, those who are contributing, we have 501c, which will give you the tax exemption. Aapko tax exemption bhi milne wala hai. Because we have a trust in America which can accept the check and which can give you the official receipt, which you can have it tax deductible in your income tax returns. So, yes.
So the idea is that pledges are to do it in next 3 months or next 1 year. What time frame you're looking for?
We are likely to get 6 months to settle for the land. We have just begun the negotiation of the land. So we will take care of the token amount that we need to give, and thereafter we need to basically give them. So our plan is still not basically finalized, is that we will make basically the payment over the 6 months, or at the end of the 6 months we'll have to make the whole amount. So you can say within 6 months we need to make the payment.
That will be also tax exempted in United States of America.
So, yeah. And we will exactly let you know when we need the money. So say, for example, we conclude the negotiation in 1 month's time, which I believe, right? So towards the end of October, the negotiations would be basically concluded. And then November, December, January, February, March, and April. So by April 2023, we should have purchased the land. So the pledges need to be converted into dollars in 6 months' time. But say, for example, if somebody's having a difficulty, no, I can't pay in 6 months, I need 12 months. That's fine. That's fine. We will do basically that juggling. So we'll work with you on that to basically suit your convenience. There is no problem.
So you're asking for pledges today, right, Prabhuji? Anybody?
Yes, yes. So Prabhu, maybe you actually want to come in and I don't know the devotees. I'm just a blank face, right?
Talk hear ye, hear ye, hear ye.
I hand over it to now His Grace Nil Madhav Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So I think this month of Kartik is also coming. It's a very wonderful month. And the Kartik is month of giving.
Now talking.
Kartik is month of giving. So I think, we have seen in our life that money never stays with anybody at all. You keep money, it goes away somewhere from this side or from your, like some car goes down, house goes down, some destruction happened. But one thing always happens in the bank balance is Krishna's name. Not this bank balance, spiritual world. That's your bank balance, will always be there. It doesn't matter how much somebody contributes, it's the heart which counts. If it's like few $100, $500, doesn't matter. But just like Prabhu said, a small water, a drop, doesn't make a, but everybody else together make the whole, fill up the whole water. So whatever you do from your side, it doesn't matter. Either $100, $200, but together we can make, we can help out. We cannot fulfill the whole thing, but at least let's be part of this beautiful thing, because Sri Prabhupada, if Prabhupada's desire was there to make a temple in Bangkok, then we have to make sure that we are part of that big legacy for that one. So for that, I will pledge $3,000 today for that one. Anybody else would like to sponsor? They can
How
say.
did you arrive at 3,000?
Calculating 6 months, $500 a month, $3,000.
Huh. You can take
12.
8 months.
Maharaj is very intelligent. He knows how to catch somebody for that one.
Make 5. 5 is a good number. See, my disciples did or something.
Okay, Maharaj, 5,000.
Yes!
Now Bassett sat down. Anybody else like to say that? Please feel free to, Vishnu Priya Mataji, anybody else, feel free to whatever you want to speak of for that one. That's the heart which counts. And if you can't, you can always, probably you can share the email or something and you'll still be here. So if you don't decide publicly, you don't feel whatever quantity is net, you can speak on the side and give it to whatever you want. So thank you so much, Maharaj.
Siddha Swarup Prabhu also did 5.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Yes.
Yes, Hari Bol.
He did 2 days back. You didn't know.
Okay, I think, if, Maharaj, you have anything, any other?
Conclusion.
2,000? Hari Bol. Sri Krishna Prabhu, $2,000. Thank you, sir.
I'm talking of only the pledge for the land. I'll come again for the pledge for construction. And I will also come pledge for the deity installation. We are slow but steady and will make it.
So I think we'll stop right now. And thank you so much, Maharaj, for coming and blessing us with your association and blessings. I think few days Maharaj will be here. He'll be staying in the temple. So if you would like to come and pledge with Maharaj, you're more than welcome. He'll be here tomorrow and Tuesday.
Tomorrow, is there Bhagavatam class?
Yes, ma'am, in the morning.
Okay.
So Bhagavatam class, if anybody would like to come, Bhagavatam class will be at 7. We have beautiful ceremony, 7:15. We have curtain opening. We have Kirt Aarti. Then after 7:45 will be Bhagavatam class. So if you are there, and tomorrow I think for it's holiday for many schools and many people. So if there, be part of that. Be very nice to see all of you. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Welcome. We'll have, I think, Prashadam downstairs, but if you will meet Maharaj, you can meet him for a few minutes, and Maharaj will be going to rest after that. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Prabhuji.
How many does you chant now?
अभी मोस्टली 8
Right?
कभी कभी 15 16 हो जाता है
Bhagavatam and Prabhupada language also getting.
Good.
I will also do some contribution.
Okay. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. જોયેલા એવું લાગે
જોઈ લેવું લાગે ને He's saying that he has seen you. No, he's saying that I've seen you somewhere, but he can tell that you're familiar.
maybe here itself.
Yeah, so આ વિજય શર્મા અને આ એની વાઇફ છે પ્રિયંકા એનું નામ પણ એ રાધાનાથ સ્વામીની દીક્ષા લીધી છે રાધા લીલા એનું નામ અને શી હેઝ સ્મોલ શ્રીનાથજીનું સ્વરૂપ જેની એ સેવા કરે છે યા ગિફ્ટમાં આવેલા એને એટલે આ ગોપુ ક્લબ જોઈ જોઈને સેવા શીખીને બહુ ફાઇન કરે છે સેવા થેન્ક યુ યા
You met Sitaradya?
પણ બધા મંદિરમાં અમને બેને બેન ગણે અહીંયા સો માય બેસ્ટ ફ્રેન્ડ એ હોંગકોંગમાં ને એના પપ્પા એકચ્યુઅલી પપ્પા ન્યૂ ગિનીમાં હતા અને હી એકચ્યુઅલી કેમ એન્ડ મેટ યુ ધેર
कहाँ वेलिंगटन थे या ओकलैंड थे क्या हाँ हाँ जी
मनु हीरानंदानी ख्याल आया
हांगकांग में थे
हाँ
अच्छा पापा ने क्यों नहीं पूछा
એટલે એના ફાધર
कहीं कहीं लिंक तो है
because he felt like he knows
I have few disciples in Papua New Guinea too. But you were in Leh?
not me my father
In Leh, huh? Sitaradya was in Leh. He was in Papua New Guinea. He met a very bad accident. He was lifted up from helicopter and brought to, Brisbane or Sydney. He had very crushing, injury.
I know that the road my dad was is not very safe
Yeah, it's not. I went to Leh for about 2-3 times, and it was a dangerous time.
I think most recently is what she's saying that when you were there this time, most recently, our dad was talking to somebody on the phone trying to inquire about your program.
Okay.
And then you actually came onto the phone to talk to him. So she was very grateful about that you actually took out the time to talk to him on the phone.
Right. The world is too small.
I was so grateful for you to talk to my dad thank you for taking
Yeah. Haribol Sitaradya. There's a link for Papua New Guinea.
Oh,
Leh.
is that right? Leh, L-A-E. Who's there in Leh?
my father used to be there he used to have his own business over there
So, which year?
this was way before COVID I can't remember the year but
So,
definitely
he's recently
a year
gone to
before
Papua New
COVID.
Guinea, yeah?
Now he's retired. He closed his business over there and now he's retired.
Which business? You were also.
I was there in Papua New Guinea up to the year 1999. So for 7 years I was there. And પછી I moved to Melbourne. Yeah.
My dad stayed over there till at least 2019. फिर ये COVID का year
શું નામ એમનું? What's his name?
Manu Hiranandani.
Manu Hiranandani. Manubhai. Oh yes, I know him.
From Hong Kong.
So there are three brothers, correct? Ram Prabhu, Lakshman Prabhu, Ram Prabhu, Arjun Prabhu, and Manu Prabhu. So Manu Prabhu I know very well. He then started living in Hong Kong, and Arjun Prabhu and Ram Prabhu were staying over there and doing the business. Of course I know them.
Yeah.
It's a small
The
world.
world is small.
Huh?
Shinaji's photo बताविया.
Huh.
That's her boy. Thank you. Thank you for your guidance. It's actually through your seva that I get to
Guru Maharaj has taught, you know, આ બધી ડેટી વર્ષે શ્રીનાથજીનું આપણને કઈ રીતે ખબર પડે? How are we going to, you know all this? So now we have 8 Srinathji in the group. Can you believe?
I know, I've been seeing all their pictures and they're so cute.
So Shri Radha Leela Mataji, correct? Now I know. Thank you.
Hi, my husband Jay Vijay.
How are you?
I'm good. Last year I had an exchange with you on the internet about my book, Nishinga, Sri
Yeah.
Nishinga. And one of your Mataji disciples gave you a PDF file, but I want to give you the in hardcover.
Sri Nrsimha.
That's the Nishinga deity of Nanda Maharaj. I spent like almost 30 years doing research.
Wow. Krishna blessed you.
It has a lot of things
Finally,
about
you made it.
Simhachalam,
Uh-huh.
Mangalagiri, Ahobalam.
Wow, wow. Wow. All those Nrsimha, nine Nrsimha deities.
That's in the chapter about Ahobalam.
Right here, there.
For example, during Prabhupada's time,
Ahobalam.
there was some disciple of Prabhupada. They didn't believe that Nishingadeva appeared at Ahobalam. So there was a conversation, and Prabhupada said, "Okay, whatever. Ito Nishinga, Parato Nishinga." So in the book, I have shown very clearly Prabhupada was obviously right.
Very nice. Nice photographs of rare Nrsimha deities.
There's a chapter about how Bhaktivinoda Thakur met Nishingadeva at Nishingapalli.
Yeah, Nrsimha here is Nrsimha.
It's a summary of Nishingadeva's pastime from Vishnu Purana and Nishinga Purana.
The subject matter is quite detailed. And,
Oh, I spent a lot of time.
wow.
About Panchamukha and Nishinga. I mean, Panchamukha and how that aspect of him being Nishinga. Discussing also in that chapter about, where is that found, because you don't see Panchamukha and Nishinga in Valmiki Ramayana, you don't see him in
Good subject matter. It will be very, very. Kazi got the dream. All right.
Hi, Maharaj.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
ले बेटा ये भी रख दे, ये भी रख दे।
इसका क्या बंद करना है कि ऐसे ये माताजी यहाँ है?
और Hari Bam. I saw Prabhuji talking and he went downstairs. Okay.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj.
Hari Bam. Krishna.